DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, I'm home actually tonight after work, and I was going to make this Veda installment, which is what music did you listen to as a teenager? That's an interesting one in a way. Let me take a seat. Well, before I start talking about music, today's the 18th. It's actually, I was going to say, the 47th year that Mrs. DC and I have been going out together. If we put that together, we were going out together 7 years and then got married. That's why we had the 40 years. So today it's 47. Okay, so now on to the that Veda subject. Well, first off, I'd like to say is that in my family, we didn't listen to that much music actually. We had a small electric phonograph, which is like a little box type thing, and we had a few records. Were my mom's actually from. So I mean, my mom is, you know, her teenage music would have been, well, let me see, she's 1934, so you know, in the 40s, you know, so that would have been that. And I didn't have that many records myself, and then when I was a teenager myself, then we did get a second record player, because we didn't have much of a radio. Actually, we had an AM radio most of our life, and just later on, when I was a teenager, we got an AM FM radio. People are saying, what was this the Stone Age? Well, you know, for certain things it almost was. And when we got our first at the time decent record player, it had 8-track tapes. You can look it up. Some of you might not know what I'm talking about when I say an 8-track tape. Anyway, all that to say is that we didn't have that much music. My friends, some of them had some really nice sound systems and stereos, so we'd listen to music there. But when I think about it, you know, when I was at that age, it was probably a lot of rock music as well, you know, Pink Floyd, Genesis, but like I would like Simon and Garfunkel, Carole King, James Taylor, and Gordon Lightfoot. Yeah, I'm Canadian, at least. Then I was going to say I was then. And John Denver, of course. John Denver has always been one of my favorites. I'm trying to think though, when was he that much around then? Because I think I started listening to John Denver more later on in life, actually. But and I liked a lot of country music already then, but not. We in Quebec we used to have what we would call Quebec Western. And I hated that. I just hated that music. People who lived in Quebec might know if I say the name Willie Lamotte and T. Blanc Richard and people like that. I was more like Canadian. No, T. Blanc Richard was okay. It was like kind of, well, you know, country music, but, you know, in the type of, I was just going to say barn raising type music or whatever, you know, jigs and stuff like that. But the stuff like, you know, Willie Lamotte, we used to make jokes and, you say, talking about, you know, how he fell in love with his horse and stuff like that. No, we just didn't like it. But normal, good old country style music, yeah, it was okay. But yeah, in the other types, yeah, I like I say, Simon and Garfunkel I liked a lot, and Carole King and so on. So I've mentioned it pretty much. You know, as you can see, I've probably didn't have much of. Oh, Black Sabbath also, but not everything. What else was there? You see how limited it was. I'd go to my friends, and it's still like today. I mean, I hear music and I say, "Oh yeah, I remember that." But since we didn't have the records, and I didn't identify it with it very much from the radio and so on, I not always able to put a name on who was singing and so on. So yeah, that's pretty limited. Sorry. Yeah, who was it? When I say the country stuff, well, you know, there was I can see his face, but I can't remember his name right now. So anyway, yeah, sorry about that. So you can see, when it comes to music, yeah, wasn't a great connoisseur. No, I wasn't. Maybe a little bit more now, but even so, yeah. Okay, so that'll be DC signing off, and that is the Veda installment for today. Bye bye. Take care.